Good morning, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Meetinghouse of Provincetown, where we affirm the inherent worth and dignity of every person, and where we support each other on our spiritual search for truth and meaning. My name is Denise Davies, and I'm serving as your worship host today. Welcome to those in the room, and welcome to those joining us on our live stream. The live stream is where you will find me on Sundays, still in my pajamas, 3,297 miles and 3 time zones away in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Imagine my delight and honor to be with you in person today, and to be able to finally dispel the myth that we in the sanctuary can see those of you at home. It's not true. You are safe. Reverend Kate is in Boston today at the Arlington Street Church, where she will be participating in an ordination of John O'Connor, the minister who will be our guest minister for the month of May, while Kate is on sabbatical. Reverend Kate and Reverend Kim Crawford Harvey will be performing the laying on of hands, which is a very special ordination ritual. Also tomorrow is a very special day here on planet Earth. We're having our first total solar eclipse since 1806. We want everyone to be safe, so please, we ask that you remember to wear your solar eclipse sunglasses. This morning, we welcome to our pulpit Ellen Anthony. Ellen serves on the worship committee here at UU. Many of you know her also, as she is a member of the Racial Justice Provincetown group. Thank you so much for sharing your message with us this morning, Ellen. We're looking forward to it. Before we go on with the service, I have just a few announcements to share. As our steeple project continues, we ask you to be very careful as you navigate around our property. If you drop by during the week, there may be times when it's best to enter through a side door. We ask that you please follow the directions of the work crew and the signage that they put out for our own protection. While the steeple is being painted, our little free pantry has been moved indoors. It is accessible during office hours by ringing the doorbell. Please continue to bring in food donations if you can, as we still have many people accessing the pantry, even in this modified form. And finally, if you're here in person today, we hope that you will remain for a little while after the service ends for coffee and conversation downstairs in Acker Bosworth Hall. And now, let's take a moment to affirm our covenant. You can find this on the little purple laminated cards that are in your pews, or you can just listen line by line as I say it. I invite you to repeat each line after me. Love is the spirit of this meeting house. This is our great covenant. To dwell together in peace. To seek the truth in love. And to help one another. Thank you. And now, as we light our chalice here in the sanctuary, I invite those of you watching online to light a candle wherever you are. In this way, we can feel connected even as we are apart. I invite Vicky to light our chalice for us. as I read these words by William Patton. We light this candle today in gratitude for being alive, for the changing seasons around us, for being able to gather together in this peaceful, light-filled space, and for giving ourselves permission to fill these precious few moments together with music, poetry, prayer, and reflection, gathering and sharing in different hues and forms among all of us who call ourselves human. Thank you. And now I invite you to join me in singing the opening hymn, number 1053, How Could Anyone? It's in the teal hymnal. That's 1053, How Could Anyone? Please rise as you are able. Thank you.
I'm Ellen, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to be with you. I invite you now into a time of meditation and prayer. During this time, or at any time during the service, you're welcome to light a silent candle at the table to the right of the pulpit, where there is a journal to record your thoughts and prayers. After our prayer, we will sing together Spirit of Life, hymn number 123 in the gray hymnal. It's also printed on the pink laminated card in your pew. We'll sing first in English and then in Spanish. This morning's prayer is by Isaac Pennington. Isaac Pennington was an early Quaker, and there was a time in my life when I really needed to change course and had no idea how to do that. I kept this prayer in my back pocket, hoping for guidance. It still puts me in a humble place. Give over thine own willing. Give over thine own running. Give over thine own desiring to know or be anything. Sink down to the seed that God sows in thy heart, and let that be in thee, and grow in thee, and breathe in thee, and act in thee. And thou shalt find by sweet experience that God knows that, and owns that, and will bring it to sweet expression.
first reading this morning is called We Need One Another by George Odell. We need one another when we mourn and would be comforted. We need one another when we are in trouble and afraid. We need one another when we are in despair, in temptation, and need to be recalled to our best selves again. We need one another when we would accomplish some great purpose and cannot do it alone. We need one another in the hour of success when we look for someone to share our triumphs. We need one another in our hour of defeat, when with encouragement we might endure and try again. We need one another when we come to die and seek gentle hands to prepare us for the journey. All our lives, we are in need, and others are in need of us. I would ask now that you join me in singing our next hymn, which is number 317 in the gray hymnal. That's 317, We Are Not Our Own. Please rise as you are able. Our second reading this morning is from Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. Winnie the Pooh says to Eeyore, "Lovely day, isn't it?" Eeyore replies, "Oh, wish I could say yes, but I can't." Now is the time in our service where we take a collection for the ongoing support of this meeting house and for our shared ministry. As we enjoy a musical reflection by our choir, we welcome your donations here in the sanctuary or online through PayPal or Venmo. You can find that information on our website, uumh.org, and there are QR cards in the pews as well. I would invite 3 volunteer ushers to come forward for the collection. Thank you. Wave, Lorraine, great. On and off site, now is the time when your offerings will be gratefully received.
As many of you know, here in Provincetown, we have theme weeks. We have Bear Week, we have Spooky Bear Week, we have Girl Splash, Frolic. There's a long list, but somehow one week was overlooked. Curmudgeon Week. With this long spell of dreary weather, surely it could possibly be extended to curmudgeon season. We'll see. Welcome, whether you identify that way or not. What exactly is a curmudgeon? We'll pretend for this exercise not to know what that means. Curmudgeons are cranky, resistant to pretty much everything, glass half full, pretty much fed up with life. The question arises, are you born that way, or can you become a curmudgeon? Perhaps both paths are available to all of us. Now, I do include myself in this group, prone to judging, seeing what's wrong, noticing all the details, and there are, in fact, careers that reward this behavior. Proofreading, editing, bringing children up, conducting many careers, re-engineering the Boeing part that fell off in mid-flight. This you would like, you're noticing the details and finding out what's wrong. However, there was a time when I came to a dead end of my own curmudgeonness, and I had to notice that I needed to fix this and find some other path. I eventually came to a screeching halt and noticed that the one common denominator in all of my threads of curmudgeon was me. So I woke up one morning with the stark realization that no one was going to fix this, no one was going to make me happy but me. This stung. So I sat with it for, not very long, because then I noticed the end of that sentence, but me. And there was some hope in my heart. I thought, well, how could I just make myself happy today? I began ripping up undershirts and ripping up t-shirts and putting paint all over them and sewing them together in weird shapes. And this immediately was making me happy. Then I sewed the shapes together, and then I put the shapes on strings, and I kind of rattled them around, and they didn't look like anything I'd ever seen before, but they were really making me happy. So I continued and made actually 12 of these things. There was Joan of Arc. I certainly needed Joan of Arc to kind of get out of myself and get a little up. I made a singing nun. I made a big monster at the end of a fishing pole with these glistening eyes that would kind of rotate. I'm way at the back of the fishing pole, and these eyes are like rotating, and it was in there, and they all had to come out. They all just had to come out and fess up. This is what's been waiting inside. It was like an inner family that I recognized but didn't know was in there. And I did, in the end, discover my inner curmudgeon. He was a really old guy. Not all curmudgeons are old guys, we know this. And he was a total engineering project, because I had never made like a bigger puppet, and I had to figure out how to make his knees bend back but not forward, the limit range of motion. It was a lot to figure out in this. But I did finally make this curmudgeon, and I felt like I had created my own happy family, my own kind of comfort zone within me. So I was hoping to show him to you this morning, but I don't frankly see him. And, you know, the truth about a curmudgeon is all they do is resist, resist, resist. Well, what have we here? It's a total, what do you, hang on. Oh, the lights are blinding me. Where am I? Caesar's Palace? No. No. This is not Caesar's Palace. This is the Unitarian Universalist Meetinghouse of Provincetown, where we affirm the inherent hair. You know I don't have any hair. I've been losing my hair in that darn box. No, not that kind of hair. Inherent, like, you know, inside you. Inside me. I have no clue what's inside me. Where we search for truth and meaning. Get me my binoculars. There's not that. It's not that kind of like searching out there. It's searching in here. Yeah. Get me my silver spoon. You know, I was born with it. There's no silver spoon, Chester. You want to introduce yourself to the people? People? Oh my gosh. You mean there's an audience? Well, no, it's not exactly an audience. It's a congregation. We come here to search for truth and meaning. All right. My name is Chester Chesterfield. All about worth and dignity. Check out the suit. Hand-stitched. Italian. Yeah, and the shoes? Wingtips. Whoa. Can we give him a woo? Give him a woo. Oh, my golly. I'm a little scared of these. There's so many people out here. What? Well, I'm so glad you came, Chester, because I wanted to show them my inner curmudgeon. Curmudgeon? What's a curmudgeon? Well, curmudgeon kind of objects to everything. Check. And complains about everything. Check. And has a bone to pick. Check. My bones are killing me, every one of them. Why don't you take me? I pretty much, yes, a curmudgeon's pretty much a person who's never in their comfort zone. Comfort zone? What's that? My feet are killing me. Take these shoes off, will ya? I can't. You what? I can't. They're nailed on. Nailed on? Are you kidding me? They're killing me. My big toe, my middle toe, my ring toe, my hammer toe, they're all 10 of them, they're all killing me, and you can't take them off? Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Page turn. There's some kind of pain we just can't help with. I don't buy it. Well, ask them. Everybody's got pain, Chester. Really? You ask them. Well, maybe it's time for your nap. Shall we? No, not back in the box. Please, no, not that. I don't want to go back in the box. Have I really been cranky lately? Have I been unpleasant? Well, I can't help it. Cranky? C'est moi. I understand. I, at a certain point in my life, met my own cranky c'est moi point. And I'd had it up to here with my own crankiness. Well, did you put yourself in a box? Well, kind of. I knew I had to make some changes, and I didn't know how to do it. Well, what'd you do? Would that be of interest to you at all, Chester? You could probably get some tips from these people. Oh, you could probably get some tips from these people. Really? Yeah, you don't know until you try. Would you be my go-between? You ask them, and they'll tell you, and then you'll tell me. Well, we could try it. What would you like to know? Shortcuts. Yeah, tips and shortcuts. I don't want the whole story of what went on in your life that brought you to the dead end. I just want the tips and the shortcuts. Well, we'll give it a try. As for the rest of us, we all have some version of this yearning, some situation or trouble or whatever that keeps recurring in our life. I mean, I once went on a retreat for my condition, and the teacher said, I don't have to do a thing. I just put you guys together in a big group, and you just all rub each other's wrong and smooth each other over, and eventually, slowly, you figure out how to flow, how to be a little kinder to each other, you know? So for me, there was no shortcut. No cliff notes, no shortcut. I just wanted to change enough to start getting honest with myself. I began to write in my journal, Ellen, today you were a jerk, and here's how. But then I started to get kinder to myself, and I wrote down, Ellen, today you were a jerk, here's how, but I still love you. And we're trying to learn how to do this self-acceptance thing. And, so I went to all these groups, and I went to therapy, and I went to chanting and meditating, and they all really, really helped me. But as you can see, I'm not completely there yet. Are you with me, Chester? Well, in fact, this is my very first heart, because I thought, as long as I'm trying to fix my heart, I kind of felt like when people came up to me, and there was I live in this beautiful place, so there's the ocean, the dunes, the flowers in the meadow, and people would come up, and I would just want them to be able to see right through me to the beautiful dunes and the ocean and the meadows and stuff, because I felt like this very unbeautiful obstruction. So I decided to give myself the project of trying to open a block of heart wood. And so I worked on it and worked on it and worked on it and worked on it until there was a little bit of an opening, and then more of an opening and more of an opening, and then I finally had this heart. I mean, we're not there yet, but it's a start. And you people have been in on my heart project ever since I came here. You sand me down, you give me feedback, you accept me as I am. You know, every week we sit here together and we help each other open up, and anyway, I know I'm not done. Are you with me? What? Huh? Well, I didn't quite get everything you said, but I think I got the gist of it. Well, I know I need some help. Oh, in fact, I feel a prayer coming on. Dear God, if you're there, could you help me? Please? Could I just sit here a while with these people? Sure. Chester, thank you for coming out for Curmudgeon Week. almonds and honeybees. Amen. And blessed be.
Well, thank you, Ellen. And of course, thank you, Chester. It has become our practice to pose a question based on the theme of the service each week. It can be a topic for sharing at coffee hour today or with friends during the week. If you would like to delve deeper into this question, we invite you to join us on our Zoom coffee hour on Tuesday evening at 5 p.m. Please contact the office if you need that link. Our question this week is, how do you recognize your inner curmudgeon? And any tips for Chester? That question again, how do you recognize your inner curmudgeon? And any tips for Chester?
So we'll close with be gentle with your own curmudgeon and non-curmudgeon hearts evolving, and be gentle with each other, and go in peace.